What's up, everybody? It's November, and I got my Gameinformer. I also got a cold, but we're going to skip over that, and we're going to get into what we got this month. First off, I'm going to say, number one, we're going to a lot of midnight releases. They're going to be all over the place. I got 4 of them. I already went to 1, so we got 3 left to go to. Uncharted 3, Skyrim, and Modern Warfare 3, obviously. I also have an apology to make. All of you who asked me about Skyrim, all of you who told me about Skyrim, and me, being me, didn't really look into it and research it as in-depth as I should have before I answered your questions. I said it wasn't really for me. It was just kind of an game, you know, a shrug off your shoulders, no biggie. When I did some research, I found I was absolutely incorrect, and this is a must-buy for anyone, in my opinion. If you've ever played RPG games and you enjoy them, pick it up. I pre-ordered it. I'm getting it on midnight launch night day. The minute it's able to be sold, I'm going to be number 1 in line. Anyways, let's get into what we got here this month, and make sure you check out Skyrim. First thing I want to mention is Rocksmith. It doesn't really have a detailed, in-depth page guide in here. It just has one full-page ad with a monkey playing a guitar. Apparently that caught my attention enough for me to bring it up for you guys. It was released on October 18th for PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. People would always hate on Guitar Hero and Rock Band. They'd always say, back in the day, it's not really so much anymore, but when that was a huge hit and everybody played Guitar Hero and Rock Band more than they played Call of Duty and Battlefield and all that, people would always say, it doesn't take any skill, those people who actually played real guitar, which I am a bass player, by the way. I play bass, and it's difficult on different levels. Bass is hard. I've also played a little bit of guitar, so I do know a little bit of guitar. I'm not a professional by any means. Anyway, so back to this. They finally did it. Guys, if you have a guitar, even an acoustic guitar with an electric input, which most of them do have these days, you can play this game with it. Obviously, it sucks that you need to buy the game with it, or if you have the game and it sucks you need to buy a real guitar, because there's not even an option to buy a guitar with it, I don't think. But you play the real guitar. It teaches you how to play the real guitar in a fun way. This is by far, if you're trying to learn something and you can learn it in a fun way, learn it through a song, learn it through dancing, and whatever you think is fun, you're going to learn it that much quicker if you enjoy it and you're having fun while you do it. Just like, how many song lyrics do you have in your head that you have memorized that you don't even know? A lot, because it's fun to listen to music. Anyways, though, subliminal learning, this game looks sweet. I wish I picked it up. I might actually put this on my Christmas list because I'm interested in this. I always wish that I practiced guitar more. I never really did, so that's what's up. Alright, one for all 3 of us. All of us can unite and be merry together. We're going to go with Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This, obviously, like I just said, comes out for all 3 systems. I'm showing it to you upside down in case you wanted to see it, you know what I'm saying. Comes out on February 7th, 2012. This game looks like another RPG that's going to be a possibility on my list. Now, Skyrim definitely took that spot for RPG. With the amount of hours it's going to take to beat that game, I might not have room for this game on my shelf. Or even in my PS3, if you know what I mean. But this looks like it has its place, and I kind of wish I have time to play this. In fact, I might make time to play this. It looks like a little bit of an RPG dungeon game. And as I was reading here, it's saying, you know, when you start RPGs, for those of you that know about RPGs, you start off and it takes 30 minutes to teach you how to play the game. And usually all the games are the same as all the other RPGs you played. That is the most annoying thing ever, and just the fact that I just read that in here, that it tries to go through as quick as possible through the learning tutorial phase, that makes me want to look at this game, because that means they're listening and they understand that that's freaking annoying, and that hopefully they paid attention to the rest of the things as well. Graphic-wise, it looks pretty sweet. It looks really cool. They got some cool-looking creatures in here. It actually reminds me of World of Warcraft graphically, the sort of overlaying theme, look, design, feel of it. In my opinion, again, I'm not a WoW player, so I don't really know, but just from what I've seen from both of them, I have never played WoW, fun fact of the day. From what I've seen, looks kind of similar graphic-wise, which is a good thing. It looks amazing in the Gameinformer right here, so you're going to want to look into this again. Got a lot of time before this one comes out, but it's definitely one that you probably want to check out if you're an RPG fan at all, or even if you're going to buy Skyrim. Check this one out too. Okay, one for the 2 rivals, PS3 and Xbox 360. Soulcalibur V. I'm surprised it took so long to come out with this, in all honesty. I bought Soulcalibur 4 when it first came out. I bought it on the week of that it launched, which was a mistake in my opinion, because I really don't play that game enough. I just don't have people over to play party games and stuff like that. Generally, we don't really come over and play PS3 like I used to. But generally, you know, Soulcalibur is the graphic wise top of the line, easily top of the line. For this one, not so impressed by these screenshots here in the Gameinformer. Not to say that these screenshots are obviously not the finished product, you know, that kind of thing, but I hope I'm not disappointed graphic-wise when this comes out, because that was a big thing that drew me into this game. The customization and graphic-wise level of this game was epic, and that's why I bought it, and it's fun. And you know, if you need a fighter, you got sick of Street Fighter, you got sick of the old Soulcalibur that's been out for years now, maybe you need to refresh your shelf here. Maybe you bought the old Soulcalibur and you skipped Street Fighter like I did, and you're looking for a new fighter. You beat Soulcalibur, unlike me, because I never finish any of my single-player games, and you're looking for something new. This may be something for you that you want to look into. Obviously, Q1 of 2012, so there's no exact release date as of today, and you're going to want to check that out. Everybody knows what Soulcalibur is. It's a fighter. It's a 1-versus-1 fighter in a ring. If you really don't know what it is, in all honesty, you got to look it up. It's a great game, but if you know what it is, I don't really need to go into more detail. It's the same thing again. That's one of these games that stays the same forever, and everyone keeps buying it just because it stays the same. It works, it's good, they don't change things, it's awesome. Now, one for my kind of people, the PS3 exclusive owners, well, not exclusive, but PS3 owners. Twisted Metal is coming back to the Sony platform. February 12th, 2012. Mark your calendars. This one is going to probably be on my to-get list. I probably will not get it on launch day, although I might. It's going to be close. Depends on if we got a little dry spurt coming out in early next year. You know what I'm saying? If there's a dry spell of season there where there's no games being released, this may be the one that I actually choose to purchase and consume most of my time. For those of you, again, who don't know what Twisted Metal is, it is a classic game. It's been around forever. And if you've never played it before, you're definitely missing out. If you've seen the movie Death Race, that was pretty much based off of Twisted Metal in a way. That movie came out a while ago. It wasn't really a big hit, but that's the first thing that popped into my mind. They actually had a movie, I think, on Twisted Metal, I believe. Or maybe it was. I'm getting confused. Guys, if you really haven't heard of Twisted Metal, again, that's kind of pathetic. I'm not going to lie. Go check it out. Sorry, you Xbox loaners. No, you can't get access to this unless you got a PS3 too. But, you know, let's hop in and see what you guys have for an exclusive for this month. The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. Apparently, I've never heard of this game before. Again, it's a new one. That's why I'm mentioning it. I'm trying to give you guys some exposure to some new hits and stuff that you might not necessarily know about. This has apparently been on the PC for a while now, and it's console-bound, as it says right here, quoted from the Gameinformer itself. The wise, wise words of the Gameinformer. No, in all seriousness, though, it's an Xbox 360 exclusive, due to come out sometime in 2012. No idea when yet. Scratch that, sometime in Q1 of 2012, so earlier than you may have expected. This game is coming out. If you haven't had enough RPGs off of Skyrim and Kingdoms of Amalur, or Alumar, the Reckoning, however you say it, this game may be on your list for you Xbox guys. I have noticed there's a lot of Xbox fans who do like RPGs. Most of you guys are also PC gamers, you know, generally speaking, I'm just saying. So, you may already know what this is all about. I, on the other hand, absolutely do not know what it's about. My opinions from this right away, it looks like me personally would probably like the Kingdoms of Amalur better, just because this game, in all honesty, I'm going to be completely honest, looks like it's going to be long and tedious just off the screenshots. I'm throwing this out there. A long, wild guess and a long reach here. Looks like it's going to be a bit repetitive based off of the fact that it looks more realistic as opposed to cartoony. The Kingdoms of Amalur, like I was saying before, has that World of Warcraft feel where it's kind of cartoonish but realistic at the same time, but it's different. This is aiming for real-life graphics, and to me, generally speaking, that means it may get a little bit boring. They will have a post-release DLC pack, which is kind of cool, but I think it's absolutely stupid when they do that, to be honest. It kind of turns me off from the games. It's cool that it's there right away, But I would hope they did something like Battlefield 3 did and allowed those who pre-ordered the game to have that included for free. Not to say that they're not going to do that, because they very well might. I just don't see that listed here. Again, I'm pulling all my information out of the Gameinformer itself. But apparently there's a massive fan base for this game. As I looked and read into this a little bit more, it's been around for a while and people love it. So those of you who love it, hopefully you own an Xbox. They've had a little bit of trouble getting the frame rate to match up, I guess, because it was so awesome and absorbently high, which is awesome. That's a good thing. I'm glad that they did get to run. I hope it does run as smoothly as they're saying. And that's about going to wrap it up for this month as we speak here. Wrapping it up for Christmas. You know, see what I did there? You wrap up the... Okay, we're wrapping it up. Anyways, guys, I kind of did a little new layout for this Gameinformer thing. I'm going to try and do a few cross-platform games, and then I'm going to try and hit an exclusive game for each console/system every month, and then we're going to wrap it up. So it's not going to be as long and drawn out and tedious. I'm going to hit them all quick, hopefully. That's what she said, and move along. So, you'll see me next month on December. Have a great Thanksgiving, Black Friday, all that stuff, getting ready for Christmas time. Make sure you get up those decorations, eat a lot of food on Thanksgiving for me, and buy a lot of cool gadgets on Black Friday, alright? You'll see me in a month.